The antique mirror had always been a peculiar addition to the old Victorian mansion. It stood in the corner of a dimly lit living room, an ornate frame covered in layers of dust and cobwebs. No one knew where it had come from or how long it had been there, but its presence seemed to cast a shadow over the entire house. One stormy night, as thunder rumbled and rain lashed against the windows, Sarah found herself alone in the mansion. She had been visiting her great-aunt's estate to settle her affairs after her passing. The place was eerie, filled with memories of a bygone era, and the antique mirror in the living room had always unnerved her. Tonight, however, she couldn't resist the temptation to investigate it further. Approaching the mirror cautiously, Sarah noticed something unusual. The reflection it displayed was not of the room before her, but of an entirely different space. It was a room she'd never seen before, with crimson walls adorned with faded tapestries and antique furniture that seemed to belong to another century. The room was dimly lit, casting eerie shadows over the ornate carpet. Curiosity piqued. Sarah reached out and touched the mirror's surface, her fingertips grazing the cool glass. As she did, she felt a shiver crawl up her spine. The reflection seemed to respond to her touch, shifting and changing as if it were a living entity. It was as if the mirror were a portal to another world. Sarah couldn't tear her eyes away from the mesmerizing reflection. With each passing moment, the room beyond the mirror seemed to grow more vivid and real. She saw a figure in the distant corner, a shadowy silhouette that appeared to be moving, beckoning her to enter. Fear gnawed at her, but an irresistible compulsion drew her closer. She stepped through the looking glass, crossing into the eerie, crimson room. The air was heavy with an otherworldly stillness, and Sarah's heart was pounding in her chest. The figure in the corner came into focus, revealing a woman draped in a tattered gown. Her eyes were hollow and her face twisted in a grotesque mask of despair. She reached out to Sarah, her bony fingers clutching at the air as if begging for salvation. Sarah stumbled backwards, trying to escape the room, but the mirror had vanished. She was trapped in this nightmarish realm. The woman's wailing filled the room, echoing through the crimson walls, and Sarah's own reflection began to change. Her skin grew pallid, her eyes hollow, and her once vibrant hair turned ashen. As the woman's grip tightened, Sarah's own strength waned. She was becoming a part of the mirror, a prisoner to its horrifying alternate reality. The antique mirror had claimed another victim, its malevolent power growing stronger with each passing glance. The mansion's living room remained empty, the antique mirror now just a silent witness to the horrors that it conceals within the glass.